Social contract by Kant. Although Kant didn't present any special social contract theory as social contract theory by Hobbes, Locke, or Rousseau, he subscribed to the social contract theory, although so he explained social contract theory, or he used the concept of social contract theory without subscribing to the social contract theory. And he never presented a separate social contract theory. Rather, he used the social contract theory to gain some means. Uh, Today, we are going to discuss what Kant was saying about social contract theory. First, he rejects the contractual theory as an account of historical origin of state. That is, he was not saying that state came into being because of social contract theory, or when people consent and they do whatever was necessary for the social contract, and a state came into being. He was not ready to accept that. So he rejected the historical origin of state on the basis of contract theory. Rather, he accepted, or on the other hand, he was accepting the idea of social contract only to show that men can be compelled to obey the law, because without contract, or without social contract, he could not compel anybody to obey the law. So he was saying that social contract is a tool that compel the people to obey the laws given by state. However, he was not ready to accept the social contract theory. By contract, people did not bring about, that is, he was saying that by contract, people did not bring about transition from state of nature to an organized state. They surrender their natural rights and freedom in order to become members of Commonwealth. Not by surrendering their rights they make state. So he was not going to accept the social contract theory on account of historical origin of state, but he was accepting the social contract theory as a tool to make people obey the laws of state. Kant's political theory is based on moral freedom and in his regard for worth and dignity of human personality. He used the concept of social contract without subscribing to the history of such a contract, and Kant used the concept of social contract as an idea to obey the law, while with his moral freedom he cannot compel anybody to follow a law to which he is not agreed. So he accepted the social contract theory as a tool. But by contract, men surrender their natural rights in order to get them immediately back as members of Commonwealth. So he abandoned their lawless freedom in order to substitute a perfect freedom, which is created by legislative will. And contract transform a society to an organized state. The social contract brings government and govern, and transform a society uh, depending on the customs and traditions of the people into an organized society based on written laws. That is, social contract transform a society, a lawless society, into a legal state by uh, by a contract. Since after contract, people were bound to follow the laws of state, so this social contract transform a society into organized state. And since the social contract make people bound to follow the law, Kant did not develop the organic view of state because of its contractual view, yet he compelled the government to obey the law of state. Kant in state neither fully object nor accept the theory of social contract. According to him, government by consent would weaken the justice and order. That's the contract would weaken the justice and order of the government. So he was not ready to accept the contract theory. On the other hand, he was ready to accept the contract theory because if you would not accept the consent, then this will jeopardize individual freedom. Because if we are saying that the man has not consented to the state, then we will not force him. We will not be able to force him to follow this state's laws of state, since he was ready since he was presenting the moral freedom that is based on human conscience. And if you are saying that man is free and his freedom is based on his own conscience, then we will not be able to compel him to follow state laws. Then so he used the contract theory as a tool to make the people follow state laws. After weighing both need for the contract and not need for the contract, in conclusion, he rejected social contract uh, because he was saying that contract does not mean emergence of state from the state of nature, but transition from lower to higher form of social organization. Since he was not also considering state as the highest form of human organization, he was saying that state is just a stage in the human political development. At the highest level, he was proposing a League of Nations or a federation of League of Nations that would consist of all sovereign states, and the sovereign nation state was a stage in the fulfillment of human political goal. Thanks for joining. Take care. Goodbye.